remember, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more... team, we're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something about it.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lacey. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Odom. Off and running. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sellers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Anderson wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Long way to go on second down. The snap sets up the throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big third down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. That's caught. It's Tuggle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking for room. It's Clark. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Working the middle. Still running at the 40. There he goes. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the return, it's Martin. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Powers inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first. Snap to the up man. It's a fake. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second and long here. He'll set up to throw. Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Third and long right here. Making the adjustment. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads it left. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone. Touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They give it back to him. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Anderson will throw. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Man, how nice is it to have that kind of a weapon? On third down, I can throw it short of the sticks, and the big fella can catch the football, break a tackle, get upfield, be big and strong, and convert that third down.
Direct snap. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On play action. Look out! Unleashes one. Out wide left, it's Tuggle. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on second down for this offense. Anderson wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Right side, it's Tyler. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Third and long coming up. Looking to throw again. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. The field goal is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
On the ground, it's Martin. Swamped immediately.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Anderson will throw. Under pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. Right Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
One more snap coming before halftime. Corners are going to bail. Running inside. It's Clark. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 14, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Buckeyes, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
And the Gamecocks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Anderson wants to throw. Buying a little time to his left. Got rid of it just in time.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On the delay, it's Clark. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Quick give. It's Lacey. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yards. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Lacey. There's a little room there. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense there. Three first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. With the catch, it's Lacey. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Setting up the screen. Trying to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Clark. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Anderson will throw. Left side is Tyler. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hits inside, it's Clark.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're all over it. Just got rid of that one.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The corners are walked up tight. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the grab. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They want to throw it. Rush is on. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Drops back on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Knocked down immediately.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Anderson will throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Right back to the well. Powers through the defender. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Right side, it's Odom. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Trying the run, it's Martin. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Lacey. He's going to keep it. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. On the ground. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's Knight. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
You just can't say enough about how this defense has played today. They came in here, David, as the underdog. They wanted to prove everybody wrong. They got turnovers today, and they get a massive stop at the end of the game when they need it most. Just can't say enough about the D.
Man, they were the underdogs, but this defense, they thought they could play fast. They thought they could cause some havoc, and they did. And how about this at the end of the game? When you needed it the most, they called game. They got the big stop, came up crucial in crucial moments.
He's got the first down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Gamecocks enter the final minute with the lead. From the gun, it's McAllister. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. I'd advise just throwing this one away. Rolls right. Going to try to get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked